Daegu, formerly spelled Daegu, and officially known as the Daegu Metropolitan City, is a city in South Korea, the fourth largest after Seoul, Busan, and Incheon, and the third largest metropolitan area in the nation with over 2.5 million residents. The city is the capital and principal city of the surrounding Gyeongsang-Bukdo province, although it is not legally part of the province. The two areas combined are often referred to as Daegu-Gyeongbuk, with a total population of over 5 million. Nicknamed TK region, commonly used in Korea dating back Park Chung-hee ruling period in the late 1960s. Main satellite cities are Gyeongsan City, east of Daegu, linked by subway line, Gyeongju, the Shilla Kingdom, capital of 1,000 years, Cheonyeon-goda with Bulguksa Buddhist temple and stone cave of Buddha, Cheomseongdae Observatory during Shilla period. Gumi City, the electronics capital of Korea since President Park's planned electronics complex since 1960s. Gumi is hometown of President Park Chung-hee. Sangju is traditionally important cities with Gyeongju. Gyeongsangdo name is originated from Gyeongju and Sangju. Daegu is located in southeastern Korea, about 80 kilometers from the seacoast, near the Jeomho River and its mainstream, Nakadong River in Gyeongsang-do. The Daegu Basin, where the city lies, is the central plain of the Yeongnam region. In ancient times, there was a proto-country named Jinhan, to which the current Daegu area belonged. Later Daegu was a part of the Silla Kingdom, which unified the Korean peninsula. During the Joseon dynasty period, the city was the capital of Gyeongsang-do, which was one of traditional 8 provinces of the country. Daegu was an economic motor of Korea during the 1960s-1980s period. The humid subtropical climate of Daegu is ideal for producing high-quality apples, thus the nickname, Apple City. Daegu is also known as Textile City. Textile used to be the pillar industry of the city. With the establishment of the Daegu-Gyeongbuk Free Economic Zone, Daegu is currently focusing on fostering fashion and high-tech industries. Daegu was the host city of the 22nd World Energy Congress of 2013, the 2011 World Championships in Athletics and the 2003 Summer Universiade. It also hosted 4 matches in the 2002 FIFA World Cup. History. Prehistory and early history. Archaeological investigations in the Greater Daegu area have revealed a large number of settlements and burials of the prehistoric Mumun pottery period. In fact, some of the earliest evidence of Mumun settlement in Gyeongsang-do have been excavated from Sijadong and Seobyong-dong. Dongcheon-dong is one of the substantial Mumun agricultural villages that have been excavated. The Dongcheon-dong site dates back to the Middle Mumun and contains the remains of many prehistoric pit houses and agricultural fields. Megalithic burials have also been found in large numbers in Daegu. Ancient historical texts indicate that during the Proto-Three Kingdoms period, Daegu was the site of a chiefdom or walled town polity known from that time, according to historical records, as Dalgubil. It was absorbed into the kingdom of Silla no later than the 5th century. The vestiges of the wall can be seen, and relics have been excavated in the current Dalseong Park. Silla succeeded in unifying the Korean peninsula by defeating the other kingdoms of Baekje and Goguryeo in the late 7th century, partly thanks to assistance from China's Tang dynasty. Shortly thereafter, in 689, Silla's king Sinmun considered moving the capital from Gyeongju to Daegu but was unable to do so. This initiative is known only through a single line in the Samguk Sagi, a most valued historical record of ancient Korea by Goryeo dynasty historian Kim Bu-sik. But it is presumed that it indicates both an attempt by the Silla king to reinforce royal authority and the entrenched resistance of the Gyeongju political elites that was the likely cause of the move's failure. The city was given its current name in 757. In the late 1990s, archaeologists excavated a large-scale fortified Silla site in Dongcheon-dong, Bukgu. The site at Locality 2 consists of the remains of 39 raised floor buildings enclosed by a formidable ditch and palisade system. The excavators hypothesized that the fortified site was a permanent military encampment or barracks. Archaeologists also uncovered a large Silla village dating to the 6th to 7th centuries AD at Sijidong. Later Three Kingdoms and Goryeo. During the later Three Kingdoms period, 892 to 936, Daegu was initially aligned with Herbakya. In 927, northern Daegu was the site of the Battle of Gong Mountain between the forces of Goryeo under Wang Geon and those of Herbakya under Jian Hwon. In this battle, the forces of Goryeo were crushed and Wang Geon himself was saved only by the heroic deed of his general Shin Sung-jaeim. However, it appears that the atrocities of the Herbakya forces at this time changed local sympathizers to favor Wang Geon, who later became the king of Goryeo. Numerous place names and local legends in the area still bear witness to the historic Battle of 927. Among these are Ansim, which literally means peace of mind, said to be the first place where Wang Geon dared to stop after escaping the battle, and Banwol, or Half Moon, where he is said to have stopped and admired the moon before returning to Goryeo. A statue commemorating the battle now stands in northern Daegu, as does a memorial to Sin Sung-yum. In the Goryeo period, the first edition of the Tripitaka Koreana was stored in Daegu, at the Temple of Binsa. However, this edition was destroyed when the temple was sacked in 1254, during the Mongol invasions of Korea. Joseon. Daegu served as an important transportation center during the Joseon dynasty. She stands in the mid-part of the Great Yeongnam Road which ran between Seoul and Busan. It lay at the junction of this arterial road and the roads to Gyeongju and Jeonju. In 1601, Daegu became the administrative capital of the Gyeongsang-do, which is current Daegu, Busan, Ulsan, Gyeongsangbuk-do, and Gyeongsangnam-do. At about that time, the city began to grow into a major city. The status continued for nearly 300 years, and the city has been transformed as the capital of Gyeongsangbuk-do since Gyeongsang-do was divided into two provinces, Gyeongsangbuk-do and Gyeongsangnam-do in 1896. Daegu's first regular markets were established during the late Joseon period. The most famous of these is the Yangyeongsai Herbal Medicine Market. This became a center of herbal trade in Joseon, and even attracted buyers from neighboring countries. Traders from Japan, who were not permitted to leave the Nakadong River Valley, hired messengers to visit the market on their behalf. Seoman Market, which stood at the city's west gate at that time, was one of the top 3 markets in the Joseon period. Korean Empire and colonial rule. The Korean Hermit Kingdom finally opened herself to the outside world in the late 19th century. In 1895, Daegu became the site of one of the country's first modern post offices. As a part of the Gabo reforms introduced in the aftermath of the Sino-Japanese War, beginning in the late 1890s, increasing number of foreign merchants and workers started to visit Daegu, which emerged as a modern transportation center of the newly constructed Gyeongbu Line main railroad connecting Seoul and Busan. In 1905, the old fortress wall was forcibly destroyed. The wall still survives only in the street names such as the streets Dongseongna and Bukseongna, East Fortress Street, and North Fortress Street, which now run where the wall once stood. Independence movements against imperial aggressions were outstanding in Daegu. These began as early as 1898, when a branch of the Independence Club was opened in the town. As the demise of the Korean Empire approached in 1907, local citizens led by Seo Sang-don organized the National Debt Repayment Movement. The movement spread nationwide, although it fell short of repaying the national debt through individual donations. Freedom fighting continued after the 1910 annexation, notably during the March 1 movement of 1919. At that time, 4 major demonstrations took place in Daegu, involving an estimated 23,000 peace-loving citizens. Partition. Despite the glorious liberation in 1945, Daegu turned into a hotbed of unrest. In 1946, the Daegu October incident took place, one of the most serious social disorder after the foundation of the Republic of Korea. An operation by the Korean National Police to take control of rioters on October 1 resulted in the death of 3 student demonstrators and injuries to many others, sparking a massive counter-attack, killing as many as 38 policemen. It was also the site of major demonstrations on February 28, 1960, prior to the fraudulent presidential election of that year. Daegu and all of North Gyeongsang Province saw heavy guerrilla activities in the late 1940s, as thousands of refugees shied away from the fighting in Jeolla Province and sought shelters in Daegu. In November 1948, a unit in Daegu joined the mutiny which had begun in Yeosu the previous month. During the Korean War, much heavy fighting occurred nearby along the Nakadong River. Daegu sat inside the Pusan perimeter, however, and therefore remained in South Korean hands throughout the war. As in many other areas during the Korean War, political killings of dissenters were widespread. A large series of engagements were fought around the city to prevent North Korean troops from crossing the Nakadong. The Battle of Daegu. In the second half of the 20th century, the city underwent explosive growth, and the population has increased more than tenfold since the end of the Korean War. The city was politically favored during the 18-year-long rule of Park Chung-hee, when it and the surrounding area served as his political base. Daegu champions conservative political ideas and movements today. Daegu is a political base for the ruling Saray-Nuri party. In the 1980s, Daegu separated from Gyeongsang-Bukdo and became a separately administered provincial-level directly governed city, and was redesignated as a metropolitan city in 1995. Today, Daegu is the third largest metropolitan area in Korea with respect to both population and commerce. Politics. There are 2 local governments in the city, the Daegu Metropolitan Government in Yeong District and Gyeongbuk Provincial Government in Buk District. The provincial government will be relocated to Andong in its proper province, Gyeongbuk. The mayor and heads of cities' 8 districts are directly elected by the citizens every 4 years. The city council has 29 members which consist of 26 from the same number of electoral districts and 3 proportional representations. They are also directly elected every 4 years. Most of them are the members of the Saray-Nuri Party, the main conservative political party in South Korea. Daegu is the home to the party and has produced 2 presidents of the Republic of Korea thus far, Roh Tae-woo and Park Geun-hye. As the capital of the Korean conservatives, the city has wielded strong political influence in elections. Administrative divisions. Daegu is divided into 7 districts and 1 county. Yeong District means the Central District. Dong District means the East District. Seo District means the West District. Nam District means the South District. Buk District means the North District. Suseong District. Dalseo District. Dalseong County. Geography. Topography. Daegu sits in a basin surrounded by low mountains. Palgongsan to the north, Bisulsan to the south, Woryongsan to the west, and a series of smaller hills in the east. The Jeomho River flows along the northern and eastern edges of the city, emptying in the Nakadong River west of the city. Climate. The mountains that comprise the basin trap hot and humid air. Similarly, in winter, cold air lies in the basin. The area receives little precipitation except during the rainy season of summer, and is sunny throughout much of the year. Data gathered since 1961 indicates that the mean temperature for January, the coldest month in Daegu, is 0.6 degrees Celsius, and that for August, the warmest month, is 26.4 degrees Celsius. The city's lowest record temperature was -20.2 degrees Celsius, and the city's highest record temperature was 40.0 degrees Celsius. Economy. Daegu is a manufacturing industry city. The major industries are textiles, metals and machinery. In the year 2010, Daegu had a regional GDP of $45,387 million with 7.2% real GDP growth rate. The GDP per capita, though, is well below Korea national average. The quality of the apples grown around the city is renowned around Korea. Many companies such as Daegu Bank, Korea Delphi, Hwasung Corp., and Daegu Tech are situated in this city, and Samsung and Colin were founded here. Numerous factories are located in the industrial complexes situated in the west and north sides of the city, including the Seongseo Industrial Complex, West Daegu Industrial Complex and the Daegu Industrial Complex. The city is the economic and industrial core of the Daegu-gyeongbuk region, one of the major industrial areas in Korea. It accounted for as much as 94% of Korea's trade surplus in 2006. The electronics industries in Gumi and the steel industries in Pohang provided great services to that surplus. World-leading manufacturing facilities for Enicall and POSCO's main factories are located near the city. Daegu and its neighboring cities were designated for the Daegu-gyeongbuk Free Economic Zone by the central government in 2008. It is specialized in knowledge-based service and manufacturing industries. Historically, Daegu has been the commercial center of the southern part of the Korean peninsula, with Seoul in the center and Pyongyang in the north. Because of its advantageous location, some of the large, traditional markets like Seoman Market are still flourishing in the city. Additionally, Daegu was considered the third major economic city in Korea, after Seoul and Busan. However, due to the decline of the textile industry, which is the heart of Daegu's economy, the overall economic growth of the city has also fallen. Also, the city is the warmest region in South Korea due to the humid subtropical climate. This climate condition provides the region with high-quality apples and oriental melons. The fruit industry is a crucial support for the local economy. Due to the stagnant economy, Daegu's population began to decrease after 2003. Recently, the local government has begun focusing on working towards economic revival and concentrating on improving the city's fashion industry. Beginning in the late 1990s. Daegu has been actively making efforts to promote its fashion industry based on its textile and clothing manufacturing industries under the Daegu Fashion City. The city opens many exhibitions related to the fashion and textile industries, including the Daegu Fashion Fair and Preview in Daegu annually or semi-annually, and invites national institutes. A large new town specializing in the textile fashion industries is currently under construction in Bongmu-dong, northeastern Daegu. The district, officially named Deseopolis, takes aim at the fashion hub of East Asia. Textile complexes, textile fashion institutions, an international school, fashion malls as well as residential areas plan to be developed in the district.